Yeah, okay. So, all right, so we're gonna go over these. You guys can just blur them out, and this is gonna be the format of how we do how we start off every class. Like we'll have our quiz, and then you can just blur it out. If it start getting weird, like awkward silence, then I'll just say it myself. But no pressure at all. But so how will we say this first one?
Olo'o.
Olo'o, yep, olo'o. So so remember we observed the taofi, or some people adamantly said the koma liliu. So whatever it is, it works the same way. That's all you need to know. When you see that, remember you abruptly start a vowel or you abruptly end the vowel. So and then lo, it's like whenever you see that, it's gonna stop. O lo o lo. Okay. And then we talked about in class one, like a lot of times people don't write these. So you kind of have to know, how to say things, and it'll come through with time and with practice, and especially if you read like the Tusipaia or other Samoan writings. There's some stuff that I downloaded from online that I'm also gonna put on our web page, on the Zoom web page. And this one here is like a report for DCFS. And it's all in Samoan. It's amazing. And then they also have like the English translate. So you practice.
You're on mute. We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Sorry about that. So this one means to learn. It could also mean to teach. It just depends on some other things, but we'll get to that. But how would we say this word right here? How would we pronounce that?
A o a o.
Yep. Ah wow. Ah
A o a
wow.
o.
Ah wow. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. All right. How about this word right here?
Taua.
Yep. Oh, what? Say again.
Uh, this one always messes me up. Uh, Taua.
Yep.
Taua.
Taua. Yep. Taua. Yep. So we just kind of stretch out that A, because we want to make sure that we observe the Fatma Mafa. We want to emphasize it. But yeah, there's also like if that wasn't there, then it would be tawa, like to care. So but again, like I said, people don't always write these, so in context, you'll know what it's saying, but you kind of have to know, it would take us a couple of weeks to get to that. Right now, we're just doing pronunciation. So let me stay on the course. So how about this word right here?
Matuai.
Yep, matwa'i. You'll hear that a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
So like this means it's I don't know in English, like it's like a what the academic word for it, but if you say matuai or makuai fefe, like very scared. Fefe is scared, but if you're very, if you're makuai fefe, then you're very scared or very whatever it is, but the matuai or the makuai is gonna enhance it. Whatever it is that you're talking about is gonna enhance it. So matuai. What about this word right here? It's like when you go traveling, the Tusi is a book, Folau is like a journey. So it's
Palau.
Juicy
oh
Folau.
yep, Tusi Folau. Yep. So this one right here doesn't have any markings or anything to observe, but that's exactly how you pronounce it. And then to play, this is the plural version of to play. How we say that right there?
Ta'alo.
Yep, ta'alo. Ta'alo or ka'alo. So and so awesome. That's great. And then the last part, this is like the tongue twister. Oh, I think I said this already when class started, but there's a Hawaiian version. There's also, well, I just made it Samoan, but then I condensed it down a little bit. So how does anyone want to read this one out loud?
Ua.
Yep.
You want me to keep going?
Yep, you can read the whole thing. Yep. Or anyone.
Ua ai,
Yep.
e,
Mhm.
o, ia, ia, I, aea.
Yep. Okay, so there was
The the second one, I think.
I think you froze.
Ia.
say
The ia. E.
Oh,
Ia.
ia, ia,
this word right here, if you can see what I have. Yep. Yep. Ia.
ia,
E-I. Yep. Oh,
ia,
I'm
ia.
getting that message again. Hopefully this doesn't kick me off. I hate this. I pay every month for this service and it's not doing good. So ua ai oia ia
Yeah.
ia. Okay. So I'll read it a couple more times. Ua ai oia ia ia. So in translation, it just means like he or she has eaten the fish, and Ia is the fish. Well, let me write this out. So, and this is something good to just to remember for next week because we're gonna learn this format. It's like tense. This is our tense marker. So tense, and then our action, and then we have our subject. So in this case, we have two subjects. So we have him, her, or we'll just say this is a he, and then we have fish, Ia. And then whenever we have two subjects, we have to mark the doer of the subject with the e. And then where did it happen at is our location ia. So ua ai e o ia ia. All right. So that's one way to say it. There's a longer way. There's several different ways to say it, but we're focused on our pronunciation. So if you're comfortable saying reading these things out loud and pronouncing them, then you're doing great. So any questions on this? We're gonna move into our subject phrase and like how to say these kind of words right here, this subject, and how do we say them? Um, no, nothing. Okay, great. All right. And at any time, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. And even after class, just let me know. All right. So this part right here is just in English. So what we're gonna do is just identify the subject of the sentence. Okay. Subject of the sentence. So the subject is gonna be the who, what, when, where, or why. And we're looking for who's doing the action or who is the main subject, who, what, or where is the main subject. Okay. So the man went to the store yesterday. The man went to the store yesterday. What's the main subject?
Man.
The man, right? The man. Okay. So there's a way that we say that in Samoan. So we'll come back to that. The man. And then the rest of this is gonna be went. That's our action.
Mhm.
Where is to the store? That's gonna be our location. And then when did it happen is yesterday. All right. We're focused on the doer of the subject. So who's the doer of the subject in this one? The mother is asking to her son if he's ready now.
Mother.
The mother, right? That's the doer of the action, right? So, and then the rest of this, there's that's asking, that is going to be
Mhm.
our action, and then to her son, that's the location
That
of the action,
played at the
and
park.
then if he's ready now, that's another part of the sentence. But the doer, the main subject is the mother. How about this one? The boy and the girl played at the park yesterday. There should be a space.
The boy and girl.
Yep, the boy and girl. That's our subject. So although there's two, there's a way to say that in Samoan. So that's why we're bringing that up right now. So, but both of these together is the main subject, the boy and the girl. Tama maletene. Well, yeah, we're gonna get to that part, but that is that's the subject. Awesome. So let's go to our next slide. All right, so this one right here just kind of demonstrates how it's said in Samoan. A lot of times, there's several ways to say things in Samoan, the same way that we can reword stuff in English. But a lot of times, this is where I got thrown off, is because I'm listening for the man went to the store yesterday, yeah. But when a lot of times when people are speaking in Samoan, they will say like this: went the man to the store yesterday? Went the man to the store yesterday? Asking the mother to her son if he's ready now. Played the boy and the girl at the park yesterday. So if I'm listening word for word, I'm probably getting lost because I'm listening for something like this. The man went to the store yesterday. There, like I said, there is a way to say that in Samoan, but a lot of times they would say it this way. And I'll just write this for now. Action, and it's usually combined with our tense. And then who did the action is the man. That's our how do we say went the man? So our tense and our action, and then we combine it with our subject. Okay. So get rid of that. All right. So subject phrase. Oh, I'm sorry. There's some questions here. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I never have problems with my internet until I get on Zoom. So hopefully it doesn't kick me off again. But subject phrase identifies the subject. So if you ever been around anybody in Samoan and they point at something and they identify it, they say, "Oh, ole kama, ole kenge, ole ipu." That's what they're just identifying something. So o, and then if you hear something like le or se or lau or lau or so'u, whatever that is, that's going to be our limiter. Okay, we're going to talk about each one of these. And then our noun, whatever your noun is. So these are going to be your vocabulary words that you hopefully are looking at. If you go to the page, someone said the page was locked up, and it was locked up earlier today because of the server. I switched servers. I got hacked. I have no idea what's going on with my technology over here. But so words like house, fale, girl, tene, if you could learn all of as many nouns as you can, I would say at least 20 a week. But If you can do more than that, that would be great. But just your common nouns, things that you would see and speak every single day. If you could learn those, then that's going to help you a lot. So the format, again, the O, this is our subject phrase present tense marker. So presently, doesn't matter what you look at. If you point at something, presently right now, ole gelfongi, ole ipu, cup, ole um charger. I don't know how you say charger, but that's that's the format of it. So you identify something. Presently it is o and then le because it's a singular specific thing that I'm pointing at, and then my noun is charger, charger. So ole. So that's what the O is. The limiter. So there's several limiters. Okay, it's a whole bunch of them. These are just a few common ones that we're going to look at right now. Le is the. That's equivalent to the. Se is like a. I want a. I want if I'm I know I always talk about bingo, but a bingo. So o se bingo. O se fuala out. O se fungalao. I want a flower. I want a computer, computer. O se so that's what this is. So it's singular and it's non-specific. So the difference between le and se, le is I'm talking about the specific kelfongi or le kelfongi or le telefoni. Okay, but if I say, let's just say she has 100 telephones over there and I say, can I have a phone? O se telefoni. A phone. O se telefoni. Okay. If I say I want some phones, I'm still not being specific. I just say some phones. Or if I walk into a neighborhood and I say some people, o ni tangata. I guess I should write these out. So like if I were to say a phone, o se telefoni. So a phone. A phone. Oops, a phone. If I were to say I want some phones, I want Android and a iPhone. O ni telefoni. So this is gonna be some phones. Some phones. Okay. If I were to say this one right here, if there's no limiter, so remember the limiters are gonna be this. Se, ni, le is gonna be or el phone. This is gonna be the phone. Okay. Now, if I were to just say o phone or telefoni, this is gonna be like the phones. So this is plural. So it's like a specific set of phones and it's plural. Like if I say, oh, there they are. There it goes again. Come on. Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, so if I were to say the phones, like o phone or telefoni, right? So it's multiple phones. It's a specific set. I've been looking for these specific phones. O phone. So, right? So the phones. So that's what that is. If I say o lau telefoni. Okay. So my phone. Oops. Someone raised their hand. It went away, so I didn't see it. Feel free you can put it in the chat if you have a question, or you can just say it out loud. I'm not a good multitasker, so.
I had a
Your
question. Sorry.
okay, yeah.
You said plural, but only if it's specific. What if it's not specific, but it's plural?
So that would be like some. That would be
Oh, that would
some.
be
So
some. Okay, that
yeah.
makes sense.
So only yeah. Yep. So plural specific is going to be o and then whatever it is you're talking about. Plural non-specific o ni or o ni. Remember, the ends can also be pronounced like G, and they even spell it like that. You might see people, they'll spell it like that. I'm still getting used to reading these kind of words too, but this is gonna be plural non-specific, oni or ongi, okay? And but then plural specific is gonna be o and then whatever. In this case, we're talking about kelfongi, okay? Olau kelfongi or olau telefoni is my phone, okay? If we say your phone, olau telefoni. So you see how the taofi or the como liliu is going to be imperative right here because it's that right there. That makes the difference between my and your. Okay. So lau, 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 lau. So this is your phone, your phone. And then his or her phone is going to be o lana or langa. Remember, people they might say langa, langa kelfongi, telefongi, or lana telefoni. So her phone. And this is contextual. When they say lana, it's gonna be it could be his, her, or if it could be the dog's kelfongi. So langa. Someone had a question. That makes sense. When I was reading, okay, good. I'm glad it makes sense. Why would someone use lana versus lona? Okay, that'll be I guess maybe a couple weeks from now. So that would really take us into it's about possession. It's different types of possession. And yeah. Oh, hang around after class, we could talk about it, but yeah, it's mainly about possession because there's A class possessions and then O class possessions. So just to give you one example of an O class possession, I wouldn't say olau tina because my mom is, moms, dads, God, you know, people that things that you were given, you don't really have control over it. Those are O class. So I would say olo'u tina, or olo'u tama. So, and things like that. It same with lona and lana. If I say his dad, I'm gonna say olona tama, okay? Because Tama and Tina, Atua, those are all old class things. But for right now, in terms of limiters, if you mix them up at this point, it's okay because I just want you guys to know what a limiter is. So, but hang around if I could tell you all about A class, O class if you want to after class. All right. So, and then, okay. So here's the last thing is plurality is controlled by the limiter, not by adding S. So you will hear people say stuff like, my usos and, my usos. That's not even a for real thing. That's made up between hybrid English and Samoan. So if I were to say my multiple brothers, how would I say that? Or sisters. Uso is also sister too. So from girl to girl is a uso. From boy to boy or man to man is also a uso. But if I wanted to say my my multiple brothers, because since I'm a man, so my multiple brothers, how would I word that?
Olau uso.
Okay, so if I say olau uso, awesome. Okay. Well, and I guess I should use a different example. So in this case, like Uso would probably be like O class, but no, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So Olo Uso, that's gonna be my singular brother, my singular brother, my brother. And then if I were to say oh, yeah, we're not here yet. If I say Uso. This is gonna be my brothers. We're gonna come back to this out so that we'll, really explain it out. My brothers. But if you can see here, I didn't add any s's to the noun. The noun is uso, right? The only thing I did here, I have to adjust the limiter. So this is what we're focused on right now. The limiter is where we make things plural. So here's a singular. So my brother, right? My singular brother. If I want to make this plural, I just drop the L. Okay. So in Samoan, to make things plural, we don't put S's on the end of anything. We don't put S's on the ends of our nouns. Okay. If we want to make it plural, we're going to adjust the limiter. And we're going to have other examples and exercises with this. But if you can get this principle right here, the plurality, to make it plural, we don't put S's. We're gonna adjust that. Okay. So we'll do exercise. We might have time today to do that. Look, no questions. At first it is kind of confusing at first, because we're doing a lot of stuff that we don't do in English. So hopefully that, if you feel like you're getting lost, please let me know. All right, so then there's this, that, these, and those. Lene is this. It's a singular this. Lene. Lena is that. That's a singular that. And then lela. Lela is like further away. It's further away. It's also that, but it's further away. Okay. So get that off of there. So olene fale. Fale is house. So we're saying this house. This house. If I say olena fale, that singular house, that singular house. If I say olela fale, so it's even further away, that house way over there. Okay. So these are singular. These over here are plural. Okay. Again, these are all limiters. We're limiting the house to this house, olene fale. Okay. Olena fale, olela fale. Okay, it's not just any fale, it's lene fale, lena fale, lela fale, way over there. Now, it could also be plural, one fale. So this, instead of this, it's going to be these. If I say ona fale, that's those. Ona, so that's those. If I say ola fale, so it's those fales way, not fales. It's those houses way over there. So ola fale. What do you notice to make these plural? So these are singular, these are plural.
You're just dropping the le.
Yep. So that's all we do. So these are singular. If we drop it and say one fale, instead of this, now it's these. Instead of that, now it's those. Instead of that, it's those, but it's further away. Ola fale. So this is another thing that takes getting used to. But so olene fale, olena fale, olela fale. Then if we want to make it plural, we just drop the le in all of those. All right. So we're gonna come back to this part right here because we haven't talked about adjectives yet. So we'll come back to that. Any questions on this part right here? So these are our limiters. None. Okay. All right, adjectives. Adjectives. So in Samoan, and this is why I wanted to wait on that last part, because we do this. If you speak Spanish, this is going to be no problem for you because they do the same thing in Spanish. Like when they say, and I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of like chica bonita. That's the only that's the only thing that I know in Spanish. But we do the same thing in Samoan. We take the adjective, however we describe the noun, we say it after the noun. So you see this adjective right there? That's our noun. So I'll just say the Spanish one first. Chica is gonna be girl, right? And then they describe chica or describe girl after. So they would say bonita. We do the same thing in Samoan. Or someone has a question. Okay. Salsa verde. I don't know. Is that's like the chip dip, right? Green sauce. Okay, yeah. Okay, so salsa is gonna be that's sauce, right? And then verde is green. Okay. Same thing in Samoan. We do the exact same thing. All right. So if we were to say, for example, if I say aso, aso is day. If I say matango fie, that's beautiful. But we say it reverse from English. Same way as like salsa verde and all of that. We just say so o if we're gonna walk outside, or I look up in the sky and I say, oh wow, ole aso matango fie. So I identify presently right now, that's our O, the, right? The is it's gonna be our le. So and I say the beautiful day. Or if maybe in conversation, I go back to, you know, 1998, December 15th or something like that. I say that the beautiful day, whatever it is. So I say ole aso matango fie. So aso is day, matango fie is beautiful. So again, o, our limiter is le, our noun is aso or day, our adjective, the way that we describe the noun is beautiful or matango fie. Magnificent is another translation. So it just comes afterwards. Ose tene manaya. You hear a lot of songs like that. Tene manaya means pretty girl, or nice girl, pretty girl, beautiful girl. Manaya, mangaya. So ose tene mangaya. So a nice girl. So again, we have our O, se, our limiter. So we're not talking about a specific girl. We're just saying, maybe I want a nice girl. Ose tene manaya, a nice girl. It is a nice girl. O se a, and then tene is girl, and then mangaya or manaya is nice, beautiful, pretty. Mangaya can be translated several different ways. So ose tene manaya. All right. So it just takes getting used to, if you're not used to saying, describing your nouns with an adjective that comes after, like they do in Spanish and like we do, everyone in this class, how we do in Samoan. Okay. So here are some common ones right here. You can either write them down, or hopefully I'm not having any issues with the website where you can just download this from there. But these are the common ones. So matango fie, that's like magnificent, beautiful, ultra pretty. Manaya is like also like pretty or beautiful. Mangaya. Nice is also another way to say mangaya. Fo, fo is new, new. So if I say new friend, so uo fo. New Pepa fo, anything. If you say fo after, then you make it new. Doesn't matter whatever it is. So auleanga. Auleanga is ugly, ugly. Auleanga, auleanga. Aulele is like beautiful. That's another word for beautiful. Lene, lene is this. Lena is that. Lene, lena. Tuai or kuwai. It could mean old. It could also mean like um yeah, like old or late. It could also mean late. Tuai, kuwai. Malosi. Malosi is strong. Malosi. Poto is smart or intelligent. Sese. This actually Sese. This should have a mama forward. Sese. Sese is wrong or incorrect. La po'a. La po'a is big. La po'a. La ititi is small. Sorry about that. Somebody la ititi. La ititi. There we go. And then whenever you see the two, remember, I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes like if you know, I'm just writing it and I forget to put my markings in there as well. Because I can be Valea. Valea is stupid. Valea. Valea, stupid or unintelligent. Fia is happy. Fia. And then Fa'anonoa. Fa'anonoa is sad. There's many more, but you know, these are some very common ones. Fia Fa'anonoa. All right. Now when I guess you guys probably know this by now. So we have our O, and then we have our limiter, we have our noun like teine, and then we put our adjective after. So just some practice. Ole teine poto. Teine is girl, poto is intelligent. So the intelligent girl. Ole teine poto. Ose fayaonga. Fayaonga is the instructor or the teacher. And then lele. Lele means good. Lele. Ose fayaonga lele. Right? So you see how we construct these? Let's take here's our answer key over here, or you know, our vocabulary key. Let's do a quick quiz and then we'll go over these together, and I think we'll stop right here afterwards depending on the time. But yeah, so try these until 46 after the hour, then we'll go over them together. If you have any questions, feel free to message me.